What's up, guys? It's Wally. Today we're going to be doing some battles with the Curse Snorlax. So even though it seemed like everyone was excited that Snorlax was coming back in the DLC, it doesn't seem like many people are using it. I mean, over on Peakalytics, it says that the usage is just over about 1%, and for the most part, people are really just running the Belly Drum set on it. But I think it could actually have some really good use with a Curse set as well. And Curse is a move that ends up raising the attack and the defense of a Pokemon by one stage, while simultaneously lowering its speed by one stage. I mean, if you are a Ghost-type Pokemon, it does do something a little different, but I'll explain that in just a minute. But as it pertains to Snorlax as a normal-type Pokemon, Curse is a really great move because, of course, it bulks it out a little bit, makes it a little bit stronger, but also makes it a little bit slower, so once you do set Trick Room with a Pokemon like Sinistcha, it's going to make it so that you do pretty much guarantee to go first. Now, if we end up terastallizing Snorlax into a Ghost-type and we use Curse, again, like I said, it'll do something a little different. What it'll do is end up cutting Snorlax's HP, but at the same time, it'll put a curse on the Pokemon across from it, which will end up draining up. So since Snorlax does have a good amount of bulk, it has the Aguav berry on it, and it does have a Pokemon like Sinistcha, which could swap in and pretty much give it a citrus berry with the hospitality. It actually might not be a bad move, especially if you have a Pokemon that is really bulky out there, or a Pokemon that, did 3 iron defenses, so it'll make it so that, a physical attack isn't really going to do much. It's actually not a bad option to have out there. So really, in both instances, Curse is actually a really great move for Snorlax. But the other moves that we have on it, of course, are Body Slam, Heat Crash, and Crunch. Body Slam is a really great stab move. It is an 85 power now, and does have the chance to paralyze. Heat Crash is kind of like Heavy Slam, but it's just a fire move as opposed to a steel move. So that's really great into Pokemon like Sinistcha, other grass types, and steel types even, and other Pokemon that are going to be weak to that. And of course, Crunch is a great move to be super effective against the ghost types that aren't going to be affected by Body Slam. Of course, you do have the potential of running into something like a Fluttermane, which is a ghost and a fairy type, so the Crunch is only going to be a neutral move on it, but for all other ghost types that don't have something that are going to resist the dark move, it's going to be really nice to be able to attack them with that. Now, the other great thing about Snorlax, it does have the ability Gluttony, and so what that does is it makes it so that berries like the Aguav berry or like all the other pinch berries, whether it's for HP or for another stat raise or something like that, it's going to be able to eat that berry sooner than a normal Pokemon would. So typically with those pinch berries, they have to eat them once a Pokemon goes under a quarter of its max HP. However, with Snorlax, with the Gluttony, it makes it so that once it goes down to half HP, it's going to be able to eat that Aguav berry. So if you do go all the way down to half, I know it's a really great item and ability to have on a Snorlax that does have the Belly Drum set, because you do heal up a little bit more after you do that first Belly Drum. But I think it's still great on just like a normal Snorlax like this as well, to be able to eat it a little bit sooner. So pretty much you're going to be able to get a bunch more healing from that. And then again, like I said, with Sinistcha out there as well, could always swap in and with the hospitality, be able to give it an additional citrus berry pretty much. But again, I think Snorlax is going to be really great, especially in Trick Room, and especially with that Curse as well. So I'm excited to see what it can do. So we'll get into the battles, but before we do, as always, if you guys are new here, just tapping chat, please make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button. If you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to drop a like too. But let's get into the battles. All right, now here's one where I think that we may actually have to... I'm honestly a little worried about Sinistcha out there if they do start Regidrago. That's all right. We're gonna give this a shot. We're gonna end up going with Snorlax as well as Sinistcha, and let's end up bringing Iron Hands, and in the back, honestly, I think we're gonna go with Ogerpon. I think we can make that work. Yeah, we're gonna make that work for sure. And again, the good thing about Snorlax too is the fact that if for some reason they end up starting with like Goldango or something like that, at least we have Heat Crash, which will do some pretty good damage because fire against the steel. So whatever the hell they end up sending out in this first one, I just hope it's a favorable start. Okay, that could be a lot worse. Could be a lot worse. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go for the Curse, and to avoid being... Ooh. To avoid being knocked out by a Bleak Wind Storm, let's go with the Tera, and let's go with the Trick Room too. And honestly, let's just hope for the best here. Because it is possible that they end up going for like a taunt, and we do not have Mental Herb, which would be pretty bad, but still doable though. Okay, they wanted to stop the, that's fair. They wanted to stop a belly drum, but thankfully we were not doing a belly drum. That's not great right there. That's fine though. We'll get the Trick Room up, which will be extremely helpful. And honestly, I wish I knew how much Gholdengo weighed, so I know for sure how much that was. I kind of want to just go for the crunch. Here's what we're going to do. I think we're going to go for the Heat Crash, and we're going to go for the Hex as well. That's fine. We want to be able to try to knock out here, and just in case they ended up terastallizing into, you know, something over something else. That is some good damage. I think we can knock out... Never mind. I thought we could knock out with the Hex, but that ain't gonna happen. Unless we just get the biggest crit right here, you know what I mean? So close. It's alright, we both survive here. That's a positive thing. Snorlax and Sinistcha are both going to eat their berries, actually, which is really nice. Let's go. And we have another turn of keeping them both in there. So here's what we're going to do: is we're going to go for the Body Slam up there, and we're going to go for the Machagacha, because Gholdengo is going to protect. But that way, in case they didn't protect, we're going to have something to be able to take them out. No para. Damn. That's okay, because we're both going to survive whatever they end up going, the Bleak Wind Storm, I would imagine. A burn? Huh? That's okay. We're going to survive both of these. We're going to be okay. Perfect. Yeah, shook off the taunts. We're not gonna really worry about that, though. On who do they have in the back? No Ghost. That's a good thing. Trying to think what would be the smartest move for any of them. Honestly, I think Body Slam would still be the best move to go with there. Yeah, we know we're going to knock out, so let's just go with the Hex over there. Thinking that we're going to go Curse. And you know what, to be honest with you, I was considering that. But because they still had Taunt and still had Tornadus out there, I didn't want to risk it, especially since we had the speed. So there we go. Good, we knocked both of them out. I think we end up losing the Trick Room sometime here soon. But the good thing here is at least Sinistcha loses its taunt right now too. So now we can actually go like Strength Sap to be able to heal up a bit. Ooh, and they are going to probably go with a Spiky Shield. Dragmire, huh? Oh, hi, buddy. Yeah, they're both probably going to end up protecting. Let's go with the Body Slam over there, though, because that's the one that's not going to hurt. And let's go for the Strength Sap. I would imagine they're both going to protect here, but that's, I guess, just in case they don't. Yep, there's one, and here comes the Spiky Shield. Yep. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, so we're probably going to end up losing, losing Snorlax here. Well, we're going to lose both of them here, let's be completely honest. But honestly, with the mons that we have in the back, I think we're going to be fine, if I'm being completely honest with you. I'm going to go for a Body Slam over there again, though. And I know we're not going to get it, but let's go for the Strength Sap. It's worth a shot, you know? What's the worst that's going to happen? So let's see here. Question is, can we even come close to surviving? The answer to that is no. We cannot. Oh boy. Alright, that's fine though. Dragon Energy. And the crit. I mean, they didn't need the crit or anything like that. But that's fine. Ooh, Life Orb. Okay, cool. Cool. Alright. Here's what we're going to do. Because again, I would imagine that they're going to end up going for a double protect here. So let's go with the Fake Out over there. And we're going to go Ivy Cudgel. Because Ivy Cudgel is not a contact move. So in the case of the Spiky Shield right here like that, we're not going to do any damage to ourselves. And honestly, that's probably the most important thing right here, right now. Alright, I think we're going to have to resort to heavy slams over there, though. It's fine. Again, no damage. Alright. Actually, we can go Drain Punch. Drain Punch will probably be a little bit better. We can heal up a little bit. And let's go Ivy Cudgel over there again. We can survive. Oh, easily. Good damage. Good damage. Oh, we're good to go. We're fine. Because we should do a good amount of damage right here. Definitely not enough, though, unfortunately. Alright, we're gonna go Drain Punch over there. I don't know if we can, but let's go with an Ivy Cudgel over there. Hand survives. Let's go. We'll pick up the KO. Pick up the KO, and then we're gonna pick up this KO right here as well. I was a little worried that they were gonna pick up that KO on Hands, but thankfully, Hands is way too tough for that. Let's be honest here. Alright, there we go. I mean, even though we weren't able to get the curse up or anything like that because of the taunts from Tornadus, and really realistically, that is kind of a threat out there, especially since a lot of people think that Snorlax is always going to go for like a belly drum or something. They'll potentially always go for a taunt or something like that. So something to worry about there, but even though we didn't get that, Snorlax still did a ton of damage, and we still ended up getting the dub. Good game. This is one where we may have to worry just a little bit. Especially with the Intimidate out there, and the fact that, again, they do have a potential for a, for obviously Strength Sap, but also being able to reverse Trick Room with them. So that's a little worrisome, but we're going to try not to think about that. We're going to end up starting... Should we got our Intimidate too, though? The only worry about going with our Intimidate is the fact that Lando would have a really hard time against Alolan Ninetales, and I feel like they're going to want to get the Aurora Veil up. So let's go Iron Hands. We do kind of need... No, we're going to go Iron Hands. We're going to go Sinistcha. We'll have Snorlax in the back. And let's... Honestly, I think Ogerpon will probably be the best one to end up going with. It's going to be tough against Sinistcha, but I'm really hoping that, especially if we're able to get like a +1 or something like that onto Snorlax, that something like a Heat Crash is going to just take Sinistcha out like that. So, fingers crossed on that. Hopefully we don't even see Sinistcha. And that's not Sinistcha, and that is not a Rapid Strike Urshifu either. That is not good. Yeah, that's not good. We're gonna go Fake Out over there. And I hate to say it, but I think we're gonna have to Terrastallize into normal again. I mean, it's going to make us weak to fighting, but at the very least, we're not going to be weak to a fire move nor a dark move. So let's do that, and let's set up our Trick Room. No shot that that thing is a... Okay, cool. I was going to say no shot that that thing is a ghost. Okay, cool. All right, perfect. It's fine. Snorlax will actually... Well, that thing's pretty heavy, so maybe Snorlax won't be able to take care of that. But either way, that's going to be all right there. Don't worry about the grass. Yeah, so that might actually have to be a Snorlax thing to pick up. Perfect. That's fine, we survive. Nice. We actually would have survived even if we didn't terrestrialize. It's good to know. Thank you. And here's what we're going to do is we're going to end up trying to take them out, and let's go with the Strength Sap over into Arcanine. Lower their attack a little bit and also be able to heal up. Fair enough. Still gonna be doing the same thing though. Understandable. Strength Sap. So we go all the way back up to full health. They're -1, which means that depending on what they do, it's possible they... I was gonna say go for a Flare Blitz in the hands to try to get the burn. Thankfully, that is not the case. Alright, now they do have a Ghostmon. That is a little unfortunate. So I have a really... Yeah, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go for a Drain Punch still. And I'm going to go for the Hex just in case they swap into Sinistcha. Just in case. And if not, then the Hex goes over into... well, still one of them, I guess. But hopefully it'll knock out Urshifu if they don't swap out. Yep. Is this going to be... I have no clue. No? Okay. This is actually going to be good still. Drain Punch will well, not KO, but at least we'll get some really good damage. We'll heal all the way back up almost. And then we're going to be able to get this Hex, which will get it to almost gone. Flare Blitz again, trying to get the burn. Okay, good. Beautiful. Love to see that. So let's go for a Drain Punch over there this time. And we're going to go for the Machagacha. And let's see if we can pick up a double KO. Because the Machagacha should realistically be able to pick up the KO over on Empoleon over there. I mean, it's possible they have Protect, but Empoleon is also pretty slow. So it is possible that they could underspeed. Oh, just don't be a grass. Okay, perfect. We're good. We're good to go. Ooh, that's actually decent damage. Nice. Okay, so we probably don't pick up the KO then, but that's okay. We'll get the Machagacha. If we could get a burn, that would be so incredible. Maybe? Maybe? Let's go. And that should essentially wrap up the game there. Nice. Yeah, we're going to swap in Snorlax just because Snorlax and we didn't get to use it, but dang. Yeah, and the good thing, too, is we're not going to have to worry about an Intimidate or anything like that. So now we get to see their last two Mons. We know one is Arcanine and the other... hopefully it's not going to be Sinistcha. But if it was Sinistcha, I feel like they would have already brought it in, you know? To be able to get some healing. Yeah, okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, that's fine. Trick Room for one more. I'm going to swap into Snorlax here. And maybe a double protect. But let's go for a... try for the strength sap up there. So I was thinking the fact that it's a Darkmon, and I was always worried about Prankster, but this ain't Prankster. This is just a... Yep, there's one protect, and it's probably going to be double up here. Yep. It's okay, though. Because now we're essentially resetting, and let's try to go for the... try to go for a Curse and a Trick Room again. Curse. Trick Room. And let's see if we can do that strategy, but, oh! Ooh. Okay, nice. Nice. We love that. Oh, unless we get flinched. Yeah, that's one that didn't. Come on, Sinistcha. Thank you. Let's go. Okay, that's really big right there. Alright. So, I'm actually kind of curious now. Because we are at +1. Again, I don't know how much Arcanine actually weighs, but we're still going to go for the Heat Crash over there. And let's try to go for the Strength Sap up into the Chaos Breaker. Dang, I really wanted to see how much that was actually going to do. Okay, now, even though they do have Cresselia, I don't feel like they have Cresselia out there for, you know, for really Trick Room purposes here. But, yeah, we're still going to go with ours. We're going to go with that same kind of thing with the Sinistcha and the Snorlax. We'll bring Hands in the back. And this time, honestly, I still think Ogerpon is probably going to be the best one to go with here. The one worry would be against... Yeah, the one worry would be against, like Como here. Kind of considering going Landorus, but then at that point we would probably have to swap up the strategy and just go for a Trick Room strategy, or a Tailwind strategy. Which, I mean, really, realistically wouldn't be the worst thing, but for Snorlax, though, you know. We could always try that at some point. I mean, it's not like... Snorlax isn't a 0 IV speed, however, it is not EV, or not IV trained in that, so it is slower than normal, but definitely not like min speed. So I guess it could kind of work and outspeed a couple things, but I don't think it outspeed enough things for it to really work in a Tailwind situation. But, yeah, maybe down the line. We'll see. Alright, well, question is... Let's go for the Trick Room. And we'll go for the Curse as well. It is possible they call that and just try to go for a Trick Room themselves to be able to reverse it, but I'm going to hope that that is not the case. And the good thing is, after one Curse, I actually really want to see how much damage Cresselia is going to take from a Crunch. Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. Alright, the good thing, though, is we are a Ghost Tera. So, and the other good thing, too, about being a Ghost Tera, again, is the fact that with Curse, it does a completely different thing. So, if we really wanted to try to beat them with, like, residual damage, we could always just go with Curse like that. But we are just not going to do that right now, I guess. But let's go with the Matcha Gotcha. And you know what? Just to avoid a body press, let's do that, and let's go for the crunch over into Cresselia. Because again, they go body press, and yeah, Snorlax is gonna have some issues. Not exactly the best physical defender, although this thing does have a good amount invested in its defense as well as HP. But still, that would do a lot of damage. That didn't do as much as I was hoping, but still not bad. Rocky Helmet, that's fair. Matcha Gotcha, maybe we can get a burn. But we do heal all the way up. And we get a burn. Let's go. Get a little extra healing. There we go. Now we're all the way back up. Psychic, that is a little rough. It's okay, though. Oh, an Iron Defense again. It's fine. That means that Sinistcha is going to have to be the one to take care of that, then. Yeah, thankfully, the leftovers are going to be negated by the burn damage, though. That's a big positive right there, I will say. And thankfully, they are burnt, which means that this Hex is going to do double the damage. So let's do that. And let's go for the crunch again. That should be able to KO, but there we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. I'm glad we were able to get the burn. I want to see how much that Hex was going to do, but there we go. I think one more crunch and we would have been able to take out Cresselia too, and that would have happened before they would have been able to get the Lunar Blessing to remove the burn too. So, I, again, understand why they ended up backing out, and we ended up getting the win. Good game. Well, we got Mono Ghost, and totally understandable. I mean, technically this is Halloween. Granted, it is releasing on the 1st of November, but still, technically this is Halloween, so I get it. Full Ghost team, I love that. And while that doesn't sound great for Snorlax because of, obviously, like Body Slam, not being able to hit, we do have Crunch, and we do have Heat Crash to be able to take care of Goldengo. So while it doesn't seem smart, we're gonna make it be smart. Damn it! So let's do that. Let's go with Sinistcha. We're gonna try to set our Trick Room. We'll bring Hands again, and we're gonna bring Ogerpon. We got the water to take care of. Yeah, we got the water to take care of Ceruledge. We have the grass to take care of the fish. It's going to be tough against, what's-its-face? Dragapult. But we're going to be okay. Again, with the crunch, I think we're going to be alright. And it's not like we don't have, like, Heavy Slam on Iron Hands, which is going to do a ton of damage into things like Fluttermane, and even potentially into Dragapult too. And Dragapult may be strong, but is not the bulkiest mon, so we can definitely take some good damage away from it, or good health away from it. Yeah, of course. There they are. Totally fine. Now this is where Facade would actually really come in handy. But we're going to go for the Curse. Actually, no, it wouldn't, because all of these guys are, you know, Ghost types. But either way, that doesn't matter. Let's do that. Let's Terrastallize into normal to avoid a, if they end up going for something like a Shadow Ball to avoid the Trick Room. Let's do that, and let's go for the Trick Room here. And we are the only ones Terrastallizing, which is totally fine, and is not a problem. Question is, do they go for a Fake Out, or do they end up going for a Will-O-Wisp? Or do they go for Screens? Lots of different options with Sableye, and that's what makes it a little worrisome, but beautiful. We'll take that. We will definitely take that. There we go. Curse. And this is actually where Heavy Slam would come in handy with Snorlax, too. But honestly, Heat Crash is going to be the same power because this, the weight is essentially the same. So the one thing we will have to worry about though, is the fact that they could potentially protect, and again, they do have Prankster with a potential Will-O-Wisp and also a potential Reflect coming in here too. And Sableye has a lot of incredible moves that it can end up using, so it's a smart call. The right call. Oh, they're probably going foul play then, right? Oh, yeah. They are. Yeah, that's understandable. Alright, honestly, if they decide to swap out, I think a Crunch over there is going to be better. And let's go for a Hex again. Yeah, because we're +1. A Crunch should do a good amount into any Ghost that would come out right here. That's fair. Into what, though? Oh, one time we didn't go for, like, the Heat Crash. That's okay, though. That's okay. Decent damage, although obviously resisted. Foul play. But at least we have our berry here. And I definitely misplayed this so badly. That's okay, and then they're probably going to go... Moonblast? Yeah. A good amount of damage, too. Alright. I'm going to go for a... Heat Crash over into Sableye. And honestly, we're going to go for a Machagacha. Yeah, we knew they were going to protect. That's fine. We're going to be doing a good amount of damage with both of these. That's a good amount of damage. We get the crit on that. That's fine, though. That's fine. Honestly, we can bring out Iron Hands on the next one and be able to KO with a Heavy Slam. Yeah, we're not even going to bother with a Fake Out here. Let's go Heavy Slam. Let's get the KO. And let's go Machagacha again. And that should be it. Okay, that's fair too. May as well swap out. Alright, I mean, it is going to be a neutral move. And honestly, of all the moves that we end up having on Iron Hands, it's going to be the strongest one. It's decent damage through a Reflect, honestly. We'll take that. Now, if we can pick up a burn on Dragapult? No. It's okay, though. Or is this going to be Flutter now? Yep, you bet. Pink tips. That's fine. We're going to go for the Heavy Slam. Let's go for the Trick Room. Honestly, I think it might be imperative to get that Trick Room back up. Depending on who that last mon is, honestly. Oh, nope. Let's go. They're trying to knock out hands. Or not. No, man. Sinistcha is way too bulky for that. Way too bulky for that. Come on now. Sinistcha heals up a bit. We're good. Heavy Slam ends up KOing. And then we're going to set up the Trick Room again. And we're going to be good to go. And now we have nothing to worry about. Just smooth sailing now until the end of the battle. It's a great thing about having really really, really bulky Pokemon like Iron Hands and Snorlax. They terastallized. Let's go for the Wild Charge. Let's go for the Hex. And let's call that a game, my friends. And the good thing is it's not like they can use Last Respects over into Sinistcha to be able to KO because normal type now. But there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Good game. All right, so even though we have a little bit to worry about in terms of like Intimidate and their potential Trick Room and Strength Sap and stuff like that, still going to go out there with what our plan is, and that's going to be Sinistcha and Snorlax as well. In the back, we're definitely going to have hands to be able to take care of. We'll definitely take care of Gyarados. They'll take care of a couple other things too. We'll be a little rough in terms of some of the Psychic and Fairy typing that's out there, but we can definitely make that work for sure. And then let's definitely go for Ogerpon as well. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, that's kind of been the main four from this team, to be honest with you. At least when we're running Snorlax. So I'm just hoping that we can at least not see Sinistcha right off the bat from them. That's going to be the main thing. Ah! That's great. That's going to be a bit of a problem. That's going to be a real big problem, actually. We're going to have to Terastallize and still get our Trick Room up. And I'm going to try and get a Curse off here. It's worth a shot. Because I would imagine they're going to try to go for a Wicked Blow. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I would imagine they're going to try to go for a Wicked Blow over into... yeah, that's kind of what I was afraid of there. But a Wicked Blow over into Sinistcha to try to prevent the Trick Room. That would be my guess, at least. So let's do this, and then let's try to go for that Heavy Slam on the next one. Nice. We'll heal up a bit. Beautiful. And let's get our Trick Room now. Nice. Now, unfortunately, we have two Mons out there that are weak to fighting now. And that's not great. But let's go for a Machagacha. And honestly, I wanted to see what the Heat Crash can do over there. I was hoping to do a good amount. That would be extremely ideal. Okay, that actually works. That actually works. Let's go. I think that's a 120 power, if I'm not mistaken, because of the weight difference. But damn, that is insane. And now we get a singular Machagacha. It'll do about half, I hope. Well, that is not half. But at least we'll get up to 132. That's not bad. And we get the burn. That's big. That is big. Oh, they may be choiced in a Wicked Blow. Perfect. That is awesome. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Now, they did start off... I'm assuming that the last Mon is probably going to be Garchomp, aside from them, because typically, you know, those two go together with the Earthquake and the Telepathy. So, that was a possibility. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to go for the Hex. And we're going to have to go for the Body Slam. It's going to be the strongest move, I think. Doesn't matter who this is. Again, I'm assuming Garchomp. But again, I could be wrong. I am very wrong. Alright. Well, that's not ideal. So Snorlax goes back to neutral. But half damage, I appreciate that. We'll get the Hex over there. Half damage as well. Seems to be the running theme here. Resetting the Trick Room. Fair enough. I can't be upset at that. Alright. I don't really want to take Snorlax out because even though we are neutral with our attack again, at least we have the defense boost too. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to try for the Trick Room again. Let's go for one more Curse. Why not? That sounds like fun. This might not be, though. Into flying? Yeah. Gonna get the 2x stab on a Tera Blast. Thankfully, we're both neutral to it, so that'll be pretty nice, but... Uh-oh. Nice. That defense boost really coming in handy. We get that Pinch Berry, that's gonna be even better. Are we gonna play it out? Okay, cool. Dazzling Gleam. We survived. That's what you like to see. We're gonna get another Curse. We got the Trick Room back up, and honestly, at this point, donezo. Good game. Because one Body Slam and one Hex over there is gonna pick up the KO, and then all they have left is what I would assume to be a Choice Scarfed Urshifu in the back. So there we go. Good game. So I think you guys can see, especially in Trick Room, what a great move Curse is on Snorlax. And I know we didn't get a chance to Terrastalize into Ghost and use Curse from that perspective at all in any of these games, but that is always another option out there. Because again, Curse, if you are a Ghost-type Pokemon, acts a little bit differently because it cuts your HP a bit, but also puts a Curse on the Pokemon across from you to have them lose, I believe it's a quarter HP every single turn. So if you wanted to do that, especially since Snorlax has a bunch of bulk and does have the Aguav berry, as well as a Pokemon like Sinistcha to be able to swap in and with the Hospitality heal it up, that could always be another option. But if you do stay that normal type and go Curse, up that attack, that defense, lower the speed, so you're going to pretty much outspeed anything once you're in Trick Room. And then, of course, with the attack and the defense boost, it's going to make you pretty unstoppable. I mean, these moves that they have on it too, like you saw that Heat Crash did a ton of damage over into that Sinistcha in that last battle. And then, of course, with the Body Slam and the Crunch, you get the stab with the Body Slam. And then, of course, with the Crunch, you're able to hit the Ghost types for some super effective damage. So this is probably the team that we're going to end up using to get up to Master Ball this month. So we'll have plenty of opportunities to be able to try to get that Ghost Tera with the Curse in. So definitely keep an eye out for that because we may make a video on that as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the battles. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like. We'll see you guys next time.